Hi all, and welcome back to my channel. This is part 8 in my Made in Russia series, and today's video I'm going to be talking about two Russian armored vehicles. One, which is in the front, is a 6 PAM-2 armored patrol vehicle, and behind it is a 6 TP-60 N-6 military troop carrier. They're both in 1/43 scale and are in pristine condition. Now, if you could tell that a little bit, depending on what, it looks like the top is starting to crack apart, but that could be just the paint. I don't know if it's actually the casting that's breaking apart, but still, it's in very nice condition. Now, there's nothing too overly spectacular about them, but before we get to each model individually, I want to show you the boxes so you could take a look at them. Now, this is the box for the 6 PAM-2, the armored patrol vehicle, and you could see it's in fairly worn condition, but it does show the vehicle off quite nicely on the box. It has a Russian Cyrillic writing. It shows which one it is and which vehicle that they're showing, which is this one here. And it, don't know if it's distributed by Authentic Military Reproductions or if in the US or in Canada or around the world, but this is the label that's put on one side of it to show it's made in Russia, Russian collector series, not intended for children's use. So of course that is the box, and I'll bring you back to the vehicle. I'll put the box off to the side. And what we can do is look at, there's not overly any major features that are different on it or anything spectacular. It just a nice chubby transport. It rolls on plastic black rims. The top is put on separately. It has separately put on front lights. It's just a plain basic stamped tin or steel little base plate, one rivet in the center just to hold it all together. It's nothing too overly spectacular, but it's a fairly weighty model for what it is. It's a fairly thick casting on it. The only real features on it that you would be able to do anything with, of course, is the top turret, which does rotate, and the guns do go up and down. They are made of a very bendy plastic, so it's easy to bend them out of shape if you're not careful. But it is a very nice detailed little model, which I do like, and I was lucky enough to get. Now we'll look at the 6 TP model in 1 second. Now this is the box for the 6 TP model, and it's the same type of design as the last one, the same coloring. This one was produced, if going by the dates, 1984, and the one before it, I don't know if it's quite visible here, they're giving you a date of 1988, so this one is an older release than that one. But Still, it's within the years of Soviet Union, I guess you would say, in its heyday. It's a fairly hefty, fairly hefty box and containing a fairly hefty model. Excuse me, and it's the same thing. I mean, they were bought years and years apart, but I guess that's the distributor who distributed them worldwide. So luckily this seal wasn't really overly broken on that side, unlike the other one, which looked like somebody tried to get in that way, because this way is the way you would get into it. So what I'll do is I'll put that aside, and the model it's representing is the 8-wheel model that you see in front of you. Now it's the same thing. It has a plastic lights, and it's also got a little plastic aerial. Same thing with the gun turret turns. Same type of plastic used in the top, and along with the tires are the same type. This one at least has the numbers stamped at the bottom of it showing on what it is, and dual rivets. Now it has of course a hitch on the back of it, so you could hook up one of the guns if you manage to find them. And it's a very nice striking model. Now there is I'm not sure if it's an earlier version that comes with cast in green wheels and rubber tires that are indicative of ones that be brought out by Corgi and Dinky, where it's two separate pieces. But this one here, they decided to put all the tires of just cast plastic, but at least it's this way. It's a little bit more durable. I wouldn't use them for a child to play, but there you have it. Now I'm going to put this one just off to the side right now, and I want to show you this one here. I have 3 of these models. 2 are identical, and one is, well, it's the same models, but it has slightly different markings of the same vehicle, which is the 344 and then the 342. Now I'm looking at it is when I was doing this video, I had this one out along with the other PAM vehicle, and I'm looking at the paint is slightly different. Now I don't know if it's just me or under the lights that I'm using, but the 342 version to me looks like it's a slightly lighter green than the 344 version. Just ever so slightly, if you're not really looking carefully, or if your lights are just horrible like mine are, it might seem like they are, but it does show that, like Dinky or Corgi at the time, the paint were somewhat inconsistent, but I guess this is Russia. I don't know if you could see so much, and maybe this light you could see that this one is slightly darker than that one. Now I'm not sure if it's the type of color, but it's the same vehicle all the way around. The only slight difference is that one's a 342 and the other one's a 344. I don't know if it was just they ran out of 342 numbers and decided to put a 344 on it, or they were actually released that way. That I don't know, and really haven't had a chance to really find out. But again, these are the Russian vehicles that I do have that are military, And again, I'm a big fan of these Russian made vehicles, whether it's the cars or the military. I think they're well made and displayed beautiful, and you just don't find them too much. I mean, you might do online, but as I like to say, out in the wild, it's very hard to find them and get them. But when I do find them, I buy them up, and I just adore them. They're spectacular little vehicles. Well, thank you very much for watching this video. I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed to this channel. I do appreciate it a lot. Hopefully I'll hit 30 subscribers pretty soon. That would be great. And if you like this video, please feel free to like it, share it, and leave me a comment. Thank you. Bye-bye.